Hello everyone! My god, frankly speaking, I even can't believe it took for me so long to make now a video on the topic of philosophy. I was striving to it so long. I'm so excited. I hope you will like it. In that video it will be like more introductional. I want just to talk about philosophy in general, what it is, why we need it, and does it make sense to study philosophy at all. Okay, let's start. I also have a tea here with a cosmos, like kind of to think more about philosophical topics, and also sweets. Well, philosophy was born in the location where it's Greece, Italy, Turkey, so it's Mediterranean Sea, Aegean Sea, and it's also some kind of food from that region, so I'm prepared. So let's start. Philo, it's translated like love or striving or craving, and Sophie, it's wisdom or knowledge. So it could be translated and understanding like love for knowledge or craving for wisdom. Because a lot of people imagine philosophers like very wise men who know everything and who will advise all the time because they are so wise. But it's wrong, it's totally wrong, because nobody from philosophers agrees that they are like smart enough or wise enough. Pythagoras, probably you heard about him from geometry, he also agreed with that statement and he said that wise ones only gods, because they have endless life and kind of at least time for that, but humans can't be wise. So philosophers also can just strive to knowledge, strive to find that answers and to find the knowledge. Aristotle also said, and in his opinion, philosophy is striving to basic principles. What is basic principles? It's something that nobody will question and to ask for the proof, because everyone knows that it's truth. Because even in real life, when we have some facts, we can just believe. It's also the option, and to accept them. Not everyone goes into details, think about it, question it, applies critical thinking, we can say so, and strive to find basic principles on which that fact was built on. But philosophers do all the time. They can question everything, the being, how to live the life, why we live the life, what is surround us, and that's why a lot of philosophy has divided into a lot of disciplines, I can say so. For example, metaphysics, it's kind of questions about our beings, about sense of life, also about our reality and about our existence. It could question like, does God exist or not, how our universe was formed, what is our being. And also philosophy could be natural philosophy, that is also a synonym of science. If you didn't know, like science was born from philosophy, like because at the beginning it have to be some questions to discover something, right? And responsible for questioning were philosophers. So it was also divided into natural science, that is more explains how the things that surround us. Even the book of Newton, Isaac Newton, was called Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. Yeah, you can even notice that now PhD degree, it's like Doctor of Philosophy. Why? You didn't ask that question. Because of that ancient times, and science was born from philosophy. Okay, let's concentrate more on the goal of philosophy. It's finding the knowledge. We should understand clearly that it's the only goal of philosophy, frankly speaking, like general goal. For some people it could depend on their lives, could be some other goals why they learn philosophy, but general goal is one, just striving to knowledge. And that's all. So through philosophy, it can't be some goal for example, for earning money or to make some improvements in some specific sphere or to find solution also in some specific situation. No, it can't be the general goal of philosophy. Even now I recall the story, Euclid. He had his class with students, and one of the students is asking, why do I need it? It's relatable, right? Like, who didn't ask that question during the school times? Like, why do I need to learn that, I don't know, limits for math or some theories or geography? I don't need it in real life. Well, now I will answer finally. Euclid said, okay, give that student money, he just wants to make benefit from learning that subject. And it's truth. Like, learning, it's not about something that we like need very much. Learning is sometimes just for learning, because every science that we can take, I don't know, astronomy, physics, math, it's in real life, yes, we don't need it and we will not need it, but still it's improves our thinking, it improves our way of living, making decisions in life, and it's for people who want some knowledge and who find it pleasurable and find the way of life, the goal in life of having some knowledge. For people who doesn't want it, of course, probably it doesn't make sense. But about, for example, my life, I was all the time, like, you know, I was very curious and I was very interested in so a lot of spheres, but nothing concrete. And it was a problem. But just I understood that, yes, I'm just type of person like that. I want to know everything, but not something specific and only one. And it's also good. But for philosophy, it's great, because all philosophy is about that. It doesn't have some specific subject to discover. It just depends on the question you raise in and methods you apply. And usually philosophers really can speak about almost everything. So for such types of people, I think it's a great subject to learn more. About earning money, probably that triggered some people. Of course, in our reality, we can find, and it will be additional benefit for learning philosophy, also to earn some money from it. But of course, not the main goal. And it's like, you know, stereotypes about philosophers. Someone imagine them like very poor, like people, dirty, living on the street. Actually, there is stereotypical philosopher just like that. It's Diogenes. I will talk probably more about him. But as a philosopher, Thales, by the way, he's called the father of philosophy, because he's first who was trying to apply such methods like observation, not only believing like really in gods or in such supreme nature of all events, but also trying to explain and to apply such logics and observations in order to find some answers. So he also lived such kind of life, and he was kind of poor, and some people was laughing about that. But then he decided to prove the opposite. So he predicted the olive harvest, and he invested money in machines that can produce olive oil. Next year it was olive harvest, and he becomes the richest man, and he proves that, well, he can be rich, but he just he doesn't find the sense of life in it. He was just doing philosophy because it's his free will. Okay, let's go to our reality, and why modern world needs philosophers. Let's recall now Plato and his work Republic. He was writing that, in his opinion, the state should be divided on castes. First one, it's military, people who defend the country. Second one is people who produce some goods. And the third one are near the governments, it's the government, and it should be philosophers. The government positions should be philosophers. Why? Because only philosophers can understand everyone and everything, then can relate themselves to different kind of needs and fulfill it as much as possible. Other people who are focused only in one sphere, they are very biased, and probably it will be still good, but only philosophers can govern perfectly, in his opinion. And probably it makes sense. It's also debatable, but probably it makes sense to listen to Plato. By the way, people say that Plato did the most from philosophy, and all philosophers and philosophy is just leftovers after Plato. So he did a great job. And also I want to add some my personal opinion and experience, and how I found philosophy a good fit for me, at least for learning. I do believe that everyone should have some set of values, some belief, to be a member of society, and to find a sense of life, and just for easy life. We can form that belief in different ways, like to follow just religious point of view, just blindly believe in something, to believe in astrology or some theories, etc., etc. Or we can form by ourselves our set of values and our belief. That's the way I'm following. I can't say that I'm not religious, but still I'm striving to understand more, not only what I should do and what I should not do, but why, and what is good, what is not good. And each stage of my life is so full of questions, and somehow when I learn and I study and I read some other opinions and way of thinking of philosophers, I'm also understanding something for myself, and it calms me down. It's from my side. So I think I will end the video on that point. I hope you enjoyed, and I will have a lot of more videos on the channel on the topic, so I would be so much happy if you would put some feedback below and subscribe. See you!